How do you deal with regret?
The bad things or the stupid things, you learn not to do bad things or stupid things. You know, all those things are beneficial in some way if you can get through them. The dumb shit that I've done or the bad mistakes that I've made, they've taught me. You know, you learn. That's why failure is so important. Like failing and fucking up and making mistakes, it's very important. That's how you learn. The bad feeling that you get from something that you shouldn't have done or wish you didn't do or wish you did better, like especially failing at something where you half-assed it and you just feel like a fucking loser, like that just teaches you. It teaches you to get your shit together.
You should just be yourself, not because it'll make you more likable, but because you'll actually find people who like you for who you are rather than someone you're pretending to be. I also understand that it's scary, and if you don't have confidence that who you are when you fully expose yourself is someone that's likable, it means that, well, you don't want to do it. But again, like having people fall in love with some fake version of you doesn't seem like it would be very fulfilling either.
All I wanted to do was become a champion someday. I feel like I worked harder, much harder than the rest of the other fighters that was on my team. So me all by myself, I want to be proud to say I come from nothing. And look what I got. What I'm proud about is coming from nothing to something and earning it the hard way, from the bottom.
As long as your work is fulfilling, you're doing the right thing. Like if I don't do what I love, if I don't pursue this thing that I want to pursue, what is the alternative? I do something that I don't like because I'm supposed to. Fear is real. Fear is something you'll always have to confront. But what's on the other side of fear is always something that's worth it.
So you never give up. And it's so cliche. It's something that I grew up with my father telling me, never give up, never give up. But it's like you just don't. You don't stop. You keep going, and then you go some more. And you give it your all for that moment that you can give.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And ladies and gentlemen, I started working on my dream, and most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear, the fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? The other thing is that most people, ladies and gentlemen, they get comfortable. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves, and they end up becoming very cynical about life, and they throw in the towel on themselves, on their families, and on their dreams. And I don't know what that dream is for you. Your dream is possible.
I was born to win.
I think the most important is to find the balance. But the most important thing is the consistency. If you have consistency, you're gonna be good in the future, or you're gonna be better than other ones in the future. If you are not consistent more than other ones, if you don't do it at something more than other ones, you're never gonna be in a higher level so many years. You can be 1, 2 years, okay. 20 years, 13 years is impossible. Forget it. If someone tells you the opposite, in my opinion, they lie.
I always had that extra chip on my shoulder, so like every day in practice for me was really trying to annihilate everybody that I was playing against. And so it's always that competitive nature, the work ethic, and curiosity. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, you know, I'd have something that was beautiful. But that was my philosophy. It seems like a pretty simple one, but you know, if you live your life to just get better every single day, and do that for 20 years, I mean, what do you have? And I would see myself, you know, getting hot. So when you download that into your system and you go out in the court and you're just executing things that you've done thousands of times before, and you have that dream, then that becomes possible.
The other perfect thing, or great realization, I think, for anybody that's starting out and is feeling self-conscious about what other people are going to think, is when you're starting out, by design, there are so few people looking at you that even if you do fail, no one fucking sees.
If you can be truthful to yourself, if it's one thing I've learned, that's how you get better. Because a lot of people like to point fingers at others and say, oh, it's because of him I didn't do so well, it's because it was her. They try to find different avenues to say, instead of looking at themselves and say, you know what, this is on me. I can do better in this area and that area, and to be a better person. This is all on me. I didn't do this. I needed to work hard. I felt like it was easy. So it's something that really helped me to get better throughout the years.
Once you come face to face with who you are, you have a starting point. All right, I'm not real smart. I have no courage. I have no self-esteem. I have no nothing. That's my starting point. Now we can move from there. But if I tell myself I'm strong, I have courage, I'm smart, and all these are lies, you continuously push that starting point backwards. Right? So that starting point is the truth. We like to surround ourselves, those people who say it's okay, it's not okay.
And so people who are most successful, a lot of times, it's not that they necessarily have more willpower, they find other ways to reward themselves.
I think that if we focus on one thing and do that one thing exceptionally well, we won't fail at that one thing.
That you work on yourself, that you develop yourself. It's necessary that you get the energy drainers out of your life, people who don't want anything. It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it, that everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. That you are an uncommon breed. You know, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself. That's necessary.
Freedom for me is waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night, and in between doing exactly what I want to do.
So I'm gonna go out there and compete as hard as I can. And I'm gonna treat practice like a game. And I'm gonna gain the respect of my teammates every day through my work ethic. Nothing was given to me. I learned about work ethic. I learned about resilience. I learned about gaining the trust and the respect of my teammates and coaches. I learned about how to dig deep within myself, a long way from home without a ton of support for the position I was in, to still try to find a way to succeed in this situation that I really wanted to be in because it was the best for me anyway.
Just play it as much as you can, learn about it as much as you can, watch it, just trying to learn from the best. And it gives back to you when you commit to it and you put all your passion and your love and your joy and your cry and everything.
So for me, it was mostly physical work that I did to catch up to the other guys and to surpass them that really mattered.
For the 2 or 3 hours every day I'm at the pool, every single amount of energy that I have is focused on that. I was eat, sleep, and swim. That was literally all I did for 20 years. I don't care what the rest of the world thinks of me. I'm gonna show them me. That's all I've done, because that's me. I don't wanna hide anything. I am who I am, and what you see is what you get.
Don't follow what most people do because you don't want the results that most people get. The average person is obese, likely to be divorced, and has less than 1K in the bank. It feels safe to do what everyone else is doing, but it's actually a terrible decision.
People who judge others, their opinions don't matter because they don't matter.
That you be creative when you're working on your ideas. That you understand the importance of changing up, of readjusting your strategies. Many times we can have a great idea, but if you're not advancing it in the right way and things don't happen, you become discouraged and think the idea doesn't work. No, that's not true. It's necessary that we become creative. It's necessary that you be flexible.
Don't worry about all these things that are out of your control. Focus on what you can do. Focus on the 2 reps you got, because there's no straight line for anybody. We think are the hardest things in our life end up being the best experiences in our life, because if you approach it with humility and you look inward, they become the best opportunities for growth and learning.
Actions speak louder than words. That's it. Anybody can talk. If you're showing that you want to be better, then everything else will just follow. I always thought about what can I control in an everyday situation, and just be really good at controlling that.